Now we're going to start looking at the Profit KPI group on the Profit Spotlight. This first KPI group on this Spotlight is just about the high-level numbers: income, cost of sale, gross profit, expenses, EBITDA. Take a look at the end part of this video, because if you're using these spotlights for managers, either sales managers, office managers, or regional managers, you might want to alter the spotlight to stop at EBITDA. It could be that these managers have no responsibility for other income and other expenses. So you might choose to alter this KPI group to not show anything below EBITDA. All right, let's go. This is the Profit KPI group on the Profit Spotlight. So up at the top, we're starting with the fundamental numbers from your P&L. We're looking at income, cost of sale, gross profit, and then expenses at EBITDA. Now this is organized into two rows. The first is so you can see last month, and the second row is so that you can see year to date. Now take a note here, with every KPI up here in the top two rows, they show the number for, let's say, last month, and then last month last year, or year to date and year to date last year. This is important because these standard KPIs here, every KPI in fact in the Spotlight system, where the date range is labeled in the KPI, these are fixed date ranges that do not change as you change the date range over here. Charts move with the date range, but KPI numbers are static to the dates that are listed in the KPI label. Okay, so we're looking at income, cost of sales, and then netting out to gross profit. From gross profit, we pay our expenses, and that's how we get to EBITDA. The reason this group of KPIs stops at EBITDA is that for a lot of broker owners, when you're showing the P&L numbers to the managers, you often don't want them to see what's in other income and other expenses, either because there are numbers in there you don't want to make available to the managers, or because managers cannot control things like depreciation, amortization, and taxes, and they don't have any performance responsibility for other income and other expenses. Why bother to show it to them? So you may just choose to stop at EBITDA. Now beneath that, we have a graph showing EBITDA to budget. Now this is a month-by-month graph, and then EBITDA to budget cumulative. Since this is early in the year, this graph isn't that informative, but if we go and look at the prior year, you'll get to see month by month where EBITDA was below budget or above budget, and cumulatively, when you look at all of the months where EBITDA was below budget or above budget, you can see how over the course of the year, EBITDA starts below budget, but by midsummer, EBITDA has moved above budget. Still not as high as the year before, but certainly above budget. Now, if you want to look at net profit, we have the KPIs here for other income, other expenses, and net. And just like above, the KPIs show last month's numbers, and then they show year-to-date numbers. Now at the bottom of this KPI group, there are graphs of net profit to budget. So you can see net profit above or below budget on a month-by-month basis. And then finally, you can see net profit to budget cumulatively. So we see net profit compared to budget compared to prior year.